What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Philly Fest interview lineups, and I'm here with my man NVHSIR, and this is Ron, your host, and we getting right into it, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's going on, man? How you?
Man, I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm grateful to be here.
Man, I'm so glad that we was able to get you on board here and able to just get this interview in, man. Let's just hop right into it. So, who are you, man? Like, what is your whole like kind of goals with your creating your content and your music?
Okay, so the goal is to really show what I have to bring to the table. You know, versatility-wise. Actor, producer, singer, writer.
Right.
So I just really want to just dive into different areas that can showcase my talents to the world.
Okay. And what made you really start creating your content and your music?
I would say like just being on social media and seeing that there are other like black creatives like me. And that really made me, want to start doing it. First, I started like doing skits like Reggie Cuz, Reggie, Kellyanne Fox, King Vader, a lot of those people that really made their content and turned it into skits and movies. So that's really what inspired me because of them,
Yeah, it's funny because like literally I was a huge fan of your content because I just thought it was just like it was along the lines of what, like you said, the similarities of the other content creators, but again, you were creating your own kind of like stories and situations that really just, I think, appealed to me and a lot of other people, man. So that just goes back to like what really kind of inspires you from your upbringing, how you grew up, to like transfer that into your content and your everyday creative work. Because I do see on your skits how you talk a lot about Disney Channel stuff, or what I mean, just different things that spark that kind of creative energy in your head.
I would say what inspires me is the nostalgic aspect of it. I grew up watching those Disney Channel shows, like Nickelodeon, BET, and I try to make my content around that because we don't really have a lot of stuff like that anymore. It's like a lot of like Netflix shows and different things that captivate the black comedy, but it's not really like how it used to be with the laugh tracks and how it used to come on real live cable television. So that's really where the inspiration came from. Yeah,
I really definitely agree that, down days that the content that's put out can be sometimes kind of, what's the word, kind of brain rotting sometimes. Yeah, but I feel as though your content gives like, again, a little bit of a different feel of, yeah, man, like you said, just the nostalgic aspect of it, the oh man, like I remember how it used to be like this, and you literally just creating a whole scenario and situation. I think it's funny, man, and I really do think that like that's something that we could use and need in our just everyday social media kind of like lives, basically, because again, it's a lot of content out here that really just isn't too fruitful, or
it's always weird.
Yeah, just something weird or whatever. So I really do think that these things should be kind of promoted more. And I do like that you're doing that for and especially coming up from the city and everything.
Thank you.
So what kind of like vibe and message are you trying to kind of send with your kind of music now? Because I know that you were kind of content creating for a while, and then maybe kind of heavily started doing music. When did you actually first start your music journey?
It came from church.
Really?
Yeah, growing up in church, I was on the choir, always sang, and I took it. At first, I wanted to be a producer. I wanted to be a content creator. Like, I wanted to be a rapper, a producer, a beat maker, you know what I mean? But once I just used like my roots from church, that's when I'm like, I can just, sing for real. So I really started at 13, but I didn't really take it serious until like my age now.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like, just experimenting with different flows, different genres, and different things. So.
Yeah, and again, like, the kind of vibe and energy, like, what would you kind of like want to portray for your audience? Like, what do you want them to take away from your music and,
Okay, so I would want them to take away the fact that like, because I want my sound to be like a feel-good sound, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people out here that's like hard rappers, Meek Mill, that's promoting the city and different things. But I really wanted to promote that feel-good energy. Like, you don't have to be like upset all the time. Like, it's kind of like, chill music, something to dance to. And I really base it off of my energy, because I'm like a really positive person, so I really try to base it off of, you know, the energy that I put into the music. So I really just want to promote all positive vibes from my music.
And I really think that, you know, plays a big role in our just kind of everyday lives, and what we're just listening to on a daily basis. You know, the music that we are being fed to, you know, and just kind of like promoted nowadays really don't always give that feeling, you know. And I feel as though it really is important for upcoming artists and just artists nowadays to, you know, touch on that, because I feel as though we have been out of touch with that. Just on the aspect of trying to get a good kind of sense of feeling out of this music, instead of, oh man, this is just tough, or this is just, you know, a good beat and song. I feel as though when I listen to a few of your songs, they really do give you like a more calming vibe and aspect of like, yo, like, I'm feeling this, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so what are a few of your, like, you know, your favorite kind of songs and just genres to kind of just put you in that mood of creativity?
I would say I listen to a lot of 90s R&B.
Okay.
New Jack Swing, pop, you know what I mean? Not like dance music, like gospel, just stuff that we used to listen to back in the day. Like, I want to like bring that vibe back, that Timberland, Justin Timberlake.
Okay,
like, I like that, you know what I mean? Like,
so like real like upbeat, up tempo, but like still get a couple vibes and like feels with
like,
it.
You'll get the sad feel vibes, but like really I'm trying to bring back the classic fun, you know what I mean?
Got you. And again, man, like that's really big, because, you know, I feel as though that hasn't been emphasized for so long. You know, so I really do appreciate artists like you and just anybody that's trying to like give that kind of sound and, you know, feel again, you know?
Thank you.
So my final question for you is that what is something that you want people to take away from Philly Fest?
Good question. The one thing that I want people to take away from Philly Fest is that you see us black creatives, you know, doing our thing. You guys do not have to be discouraged, because, you know, you can do it too, you know what I mean? We got vendors, creative people that's bringing the city together, and it all starts with just one small dream that you can make, you know, make big. So it's like, you know, I feel like a lot of people need to know that, you know, is that you can do it too. You see us on the stage doing our thing, vending, selling stuff, you know, just doing things for the city. So I feel like a lot of people can take that and just, you know that they can do it too, you know, like feel inspired, you know that us as black people, we're doing something, you know what I mean? Coming from hard times of, you know, slavery, different things that we've come from, and it's like, you know, we're using this music to promote a, you know, real good positive event. So that's one thing I wanted to take away.
And I really think that that's a great take. You know, again, just the coming together. You know, and us being, you know, relatively young, black, and just driven to make better in our community. You know, so again, we really appreciate you just being on board with us, and listen, man, you really are doing something special, and we all really are behind that and just want to build, you know. So we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you coming out, dog. You already know, man.